Okay, welcome back everyone. We are down to our final question type. Okay, this is a bonus question because it seems like a hybrid question, asking you to study two sources. Okay, and it's not really just a comparison question. Okay, but if you read it carefully, it's not exactly asking you to use two different skills type as well. Okay, so it's not quite a hybrid question. So then what do we need to do for such questions? Okay, why do you think the two sources differ in what they say about the Korean War? It seems like a comparison question. Okay, but actually it is not quite. Okay, when you see the word why, okay, like your teacher asks you, hey, why didn't you submit your homework on time? Okay, or your mom asks you, why are you using your handphone for so long? Am I asking you to compare something? No, right? I'm asking you for a reason for why you are doing something. So over here, it's not so much a comparison of the two sources, okay, but I'm asking you for the reason why they are different. Okay, so let's try and see how we can ATQ, okay? Okay, so the first step, the simplest step that many will take, which I will use as well so that I get a safety net in terms of answering this question, okay, would be that I will say, okay, the two sources differ because, so when I use the word because, I'm showing that I'm giving a reason why already, okay? The two sources differ because they have different perspectives of who, for example, of who started the Korean War. Okay, do take note that this is different from simply writing the two sources are different in terms of blah blah blah. Okay, again, this is a bad example. Don't use it, it's a bad example. Okay, because when you write it like this, the two sources are different in terms of, you are not answering the question. You are not telling me why they are different. Okay, you are answering this as a normal comparison question. Whereas if you use this question phrasing, I know you are doing exactly the same thing, but you are answering but for this one over here, you are making sure that you ATQ. Okay, you are telling me that they are different because they have different perspectives. Okay, so the two sources differ because they have different perspectives of who started the Korean War. Then I'll just go on to do the normal comparison that we always do. Source A states, then blah blah blah, and then you'll continue. Okay, and then to get a higher level, okay, or actually if you are confident enough, you can start with this paragraph straight. Okay, to get a higher level, usually the two sources would be different because they have a different purpose. Okay, they are made in different contexts, and because of that, they would naturally say different things. They would portray things in a different light. Okay, so my paragraph 2 would be that the two sources differ because they have different purpose. Okay, or you can say because they are made in a different context, etc. Okay, but just make sure that you ATQ, use the word because. Okay, and then I'll just go on to talk about the purpose and then make sure I link it back to the question. Okay, so like what I said previously, if you're confident enough, you can just go to paragraph 2 straight away because you already ATQ ma. You are telling me that they are different because they have a different purpose. Okay, and so that's it. These are the few question types that we have seen so far, okay, that have been asked during the N and O levels, particularly for history. Okay, so to conclude, okay, what's really the point of this hybrid question? Is it just that Cambridge is trying to make life difficult for us? Okay, actually that is really not. Okay, we need you to stay woke, especially as history students. Okay, this is because cross-referencing is really insufficient in proving that a source is reliable or useful, or to evaluate whether it's surprising or not. Okay, because what happens when you only do cross-referencing? Okay, you might end up cross-referring an unreliable source to another unreliable source. Okay, so if you cross-refer two unreliable sources, okay, it does not make the sources reliable. Okay, it's like you are saying one murderer and one accomplice, right? Then the police is trying to find out whether both of them are telling the truth. And then you say, the murderer says that him and the accomplice did not kill the person. And then the accomplice also says the same thing. And then you conclude that, oh, therefore, both of them must be telling the truth. It corroborates, right? And therefore, you let them off without checking other things. Okay, then, if they really killed the person, you're letting two people off scot-free like that, leh. Okay? So remember, cross-referencing is not enough. Okay, and what would be a better way to do it is that you really need to critically analyze the provenance of a source. Okay, and in history, compared to social studies, because SS you are usually examining a case study that you might not have heard of. Okay, but in history, you have really learned about the content of that chapter. You know what was happening at this point in time. You know what was happening during Hitler's rule. You know what was happening that led up to the Korean War, etc. Okay, and therefore you should be, as historians, okay, you should be able to analyze the provenance critically to check whether the source is reliable or useful or not. Okay, and so this is our bottom line. Okay, stay woke, historians.